Okay, let's customize our first login page, and we know where it is under resources, views, and under the auth directory, and we have our login and register. So when we click on login, so it extends the layouts, which is app, and here our in the layouts we can see this layout is extended in this our login registration. And if I change the web.php again, from login layouts to welcome, and we can see this layout is extended. So login page is this. So it's using a block. So under block, bootstrap model, and we login and registration. So app layout is being used by this. And if we change the layouts from app to our newly created layouts, which is auth app, and we have set our background for newly auth app, so we can see the changes. So refresh and hit login. So see, now this is using the auth log. Okay, mm, so we have our login farm. So let me change it back to app, and we can see what fields in our login farm. So login, and we have login and registration, the dialog box. Okay, we need content under section content, good container, and a row justify content center. So this is a column MD8, and we will set it to set the offset column small offset 2, and change it from MD to small, and we have a card, and call is login card body, we will change it to from div class card to panel, bootstrap panel default, and this div to panel header, panel heading, and we will give the name login, and the card body will be changed to panel body. So This is a bootstrap classes for panel creating. Div class panel body. In a panel body, we will require a form, method post, action route, login. So this is the default that way. And CSS field. Okay, let's see the change. So we have a now login and email address, password. So some changes is being. We can also use like at this way CSRF field. This same thing. Either you can use that way add sign and with the add sign. Will not require row, form group, label for email, class small 4, column, form label, control form label. And this will be the email address. Okay. Change it to small. Input type email, class form control, name email, value old required. Okay. So if errors, because error. So error, every view in a Laravel have a default array of error. So we can show their errors as this is a helper function for errors has, and if the array of error has the email name with email, so display it in a span and invalid feedback. So you may choose a help block of a bootstrap. So the error will be error first. First is also helper function, and we are getting from array of error only the first that which match the name email, and it will display the error. Okay, invalid feedback from to class help, which is also bootstrap class block. So it's a very boring stuff when you customizing the um, thing. It will take some times, but when you will have to do it. Okay, for another farm group, and we will not require a row. Label password class MD, which is change it. Uh, Control D to select all MDs and change it to small. Text small, right? Not required this one, and we have to show the password label. So ID is password, type is password, class farm control, and name is password. Um, remove this name password required. If error has password class help block and where farm control not required. Okay, and now for our remember control D to select MDs. I'll change it to small and input type checkbox name remember old field, and if there is an old field or value of the old remember, so if it is true, so checked it, otherwise unchecked it. So this is a conditional ternary operator that we have Laravel has used, and we'll change it to remember me. So remember me, and okay, we have for our button. So farm group and not required these classes. Farm group call small 8 offset small 4. Okay, button type submit class button required a primary, and we will use our login and login button. Here is the link for forgotten password button link h reference route password dot request. Okay, forget your password, change it to only forget your password. Okay, let's check it. Refresh. So we have this form of now layout. So when we style this layout, hopefully we will get it. Okay, layout start auth app. So remove it, only a row. Column small 8, column small offset 2. Panel default, and a div for panel default, and under this panel, so when we switch, so under this panel we require a panel head, which is a panel heading login and panel body. So panel heading login and the panel body, which is or include a farm. So farm class, and we will set it a farm class is farm horizontal, and method is post, actions is root login, and save it. Okay, another one div for farm group to use for email. So we have a label for email and input field for email, and we are displaying the error message. In the same way, we have a farm group for password, a label for password, and input field for password. Also, we're displaying password. And the end, a farm group for button, remember me, sorry, uh, just input field remember me to check, uncheck. So if there is a value for remember name, attribute name, so keep it checked, otherwise unchecked. And we have lastly a farm group button, so which is a login primary button, bootstrap button primary. And so forget your password, we are giving a link to password dot request. And let's now refresh it. So then nothing is to be displayed, but hopefully we will get it.